Alright people, today I'm going to mess around with something and do a video that's probably going to make KB roll his eyes at me like he usually does when I talk about temperature sensitivity and how cold an air conditioner of this age should get. And one of the things I always say that makes these units superior to the newer pieces of shit they have out in the market today is the capabilities of them. I'm yet to see a modern day unit that could do some of the things these things do. Like I said, it has an AJ compressor, so on startup, it's insanely loud. Oh, there it is. However, once it builds head pressure, there you go. Look at that. Oh, and they don't put any fancy features like that on today's units either. Looks has a lot to do with it too. That being said, that's not why we're here. So this compressor usually kicks off about between 70 and 72 degrees roughly. Now if you look, I don't expect it to correspond perfectly with the set point. That's asking a lot of a 60-year-old appliance. Well, 57-year-old appliance. The reason I want to get this unit up to par is because of how efficient it is. It runs it's a very good runner. That's where it clicks on and off. I do feel like the values of the thermostat have drifted over time, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take another look at it. I've looked at this unit before, and I don't exactly remember what all was involved, if anything at all, if you can even do it, with adjusting the values of the thermostat. Now most thermostats do have that little plastic tab on there. My garage, as you guys know, is kind of in disarray right now, so I don't have a thermostat readily available. Oh, this one has it. Nope. This is another style. This style here, I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure how to adjust the settings on this style either. But this one here is broken. Maybe down here, maybe I don't know. It's all filled in. They probably do that. Oh. Yeah, I still can't see anything down there. That's about the only thing I could see that even could potentially be it. But in any event, let's get started. I got lit up pretty good last week. I'm good for a while. $480, baby. Someone used the ground as a conductor, green wire as a conductor, and I happen to be the lucky son of a bitch that got to work on that for him. Then, whatever. Guess I do have to take these off. Look like it all came off in one piece. Guess not. Oop. Oh, okay. So I can adjust the. Look at that. I can get that in some degree of accuracy with the set point. Cool. That's awesome. All right. Well, I guess I took that apart for no reason. That point right now where it kicks on, I'm gonna set it. Oh, I'll do that when we put it back together. Try to get it accurate if I can. I haven't move the bulb. Oh, actually I didn't move. It looked like it was always down there. Usually they mount the bulbs toward the center. I always move them down to the bottom. That way it has less airflow on it. Yeah, this control panel here is beyond badass. And also, that reminds me, I need to put one of those bushy blue filters on this one. I didn't realize this one didn't have one, I guess. Well, I got this unit in 2019, restored it in 2019. Probably didn't install it until 2020, so, yeah, maybe. Better late than never. This is one thing because of how cool it is. I can't really bring myself to do a thermostat swap on it. I mean, although theoretically speaking, I should be able to change the stat out and put this gear somewhere else. That being said, I might do that anyway, but I'm really going to try to avoid it if at all possible. Because why make a bigger project out of something if you have to, you know what I mean? Alright, so yeah. Here's your freaking thermostat. And this bulb down here, I don't really want to mess with too much after recently being informed of how fragile they are. It's a Ranco thermostat type C17. I bet you the freaking adjustments in here, I'm an idiot. But then again, when I was adjusting this the last time, this is before I had ever really taken a thermostat apart. So, speaking of working on thermostats, I actually have to do the Emerson in my bedroom thermostat on that so the contacts won't shut on me. I know, Ken, you're shaking your head at me right now. I think that's a freaking stain on it. So. That thing's on here good, unless I can get it off from the backside, maybe. No? Yeah, even if I did manage to get this slip through back that way, it's not going to be far enough for me to do any crap. But, okay, it's just a gear. So I'm going to just stick this in here and kind of slide it over that side, if I can. That should not be this difficult. Well, I'm sure it was better than this when it was new. Probably the values probably just drifted over time, I'm sure. So this is actually a really good one. I was actually getting ready to bring this point up. Mike Cossio, if you're watching, I remember you telling me when you were doing your fetters at home, I remember you saying that you were trying to set the cycle times up perfectly. Now, I wasn't exactly sure what you meant by that, but as far as like the adjustments, because on all the thermostats I've ever seen with an adjustment, there's just a single set screw on there to adjust it. Just says colder left, counterclockwise for colder, but there's nothing to say anything about cut in and cut out. This one here appears to have two adjustments on there, so maybe this is one of those thermostats like your Fetters has. This is actually a very good thermostat. I was just dumb and didn't know how to adjust it because I never worked on this particular model before. This is actually going to be pretty easy if it's what I'm thinking it is. Okay, so that only has one adjustment, I think. Hang on. So how the hell? Interesting. There's something down here. Do I got to take that plate off? And if so, why? Do I have to take that plate off? Taking the plate off, I don't see how that's gonna. Okay, so this one is actually, it is what I thought. It is gonna be a pain in the ass to make an adjustment on it, but it looks like it can be done. There's something back here too. Come on, probe. Let's go. Don't fight me. You know what? I'm not gonna risk freaking cracking that line. I'm just gonna take one more screw out and put it back on and I'm done. Ain't worth cracking the line. And it's was on my labels from when I restored it. Oh, right there, look at that. So I'm going to assume that this one, yeah, so Mike, that question still stands. What were you doing when you were trying to adjust your cycle time? Is there like a cut in and a cut out on these old thermostats or what? That right there is probably your adjustment. So I'm going to put this knob on here. The one that's not cracked. There we go. Excellent. Colder, I believe, right? Yeah. Alright, so I wonder why there's so many terminals on here. The thermostat has a lot of terminals on it. And I did notice these two, looks like with 2 points of contacts. So either this is a cut in or a cut out, or this thermostat can be used for heat too. My question is, which one is it? Any of you guys have any insight on that? That would be great. This is a very large thermostat. I'm going to take a few pictures of it after the video is over and add it onto it. That's actually making it warmer, I think. See that meter, but it's the safest place I can put it. Oh, here you go. I'm an idiot. Well, I got the stat maxed out right now. 100%. I do want it to cycle if it gets cold because I don't want it to freeze up. So there's a medium there. I'm just trying to find it. Which is probably going to be harder than I'm thinking it's going to be. As touchy as this particular model is. This one's the opposite. Counterclockwise is colder. Okay, I figured it out. Let's try that. So I'm going to take you off the tripod and show you this thermostat. It's pretty sophisticated. I've never heard of it. I think I have actually. Ranco type C17. There's your adjustment right in the back there. So obvious. I actually probably could have adjusted it with the power on. Pretty impressive internals. That my knob? Probably. Something just fell. Well, the fun part's going to be putting this beast back together. But isn't it always? Come on. Don't be a pain in my ass now, please. There you go. Thank God for small miracles. Oh, I know I don't have to take that off no more. It's on for good. Alright. I actually have no idea when I'm working in the heat. I could have turned the other feathers on. Probably because I just got out of a 58-degree bedroom. Now the heat's starting to make itself noticeable here, but we're already at the point where this one's almost together, so I'm going to adjust this one, let it run for a while, and see what we get, because guess what? My garage is insulated now. After all these years, huh? About freaking time, man. Oh, I know it fell off. The attachment piece for this probe here fell off. This is also one of the only air conditioners I've ever seen where the vent control is metal. And this Admiral, I gotta give it to him, it's definitely a little bit over-engineered, which is good. At least didn't get the old feather screen, as I call it. Everybody knows as good as feathers were in the 70s, or 50s, 60s, and 70s. They're the ones that are responsible for all of our units turning to complete shit. They're the first ones that started taking cost-cutting measures, starting with their cheap-ass junk rotary compressors. The rotary compressors might not have been the deal breaker if they would have made good rotary compressors like General Electric. Or better yet, use General Electric. I'm pretty sure their whole purpose to doing that was to save money. So I guess in their eyes it would have been considered counterproductive. Whatever. I can't. I know feathers are your favorite. Come on. Right on my shoe. How about it? This one here went where? Down here. I gotta find that freaking piece for that probe. Couldn't have gone far. Where did you go? Up right here. Oh man, freaking screw popped out. Wow, the screw's right here. Today's my lucky day. Maybe I'll play the lottery and not win anything but potentially my money back. Somehow, for some reason, it actually pisses me off more than losing. Speaking of that, when you win your money back, it's like, hey, you won. Oh, never mind. It's just a refund. I mean, hey, I should be grateful I at least got a refund, but I kind of take it as adding insult to injury in a way. I don't know. I'm weird. Not that you guys didn't know that already. Yeah, it would be really hard to change the thermostat. I have to have a really long shaft with a notched edge on it so you can turn it. Alright, so I have that and all the way down. I call that 85 roughly, maybe it goes up to 87 because I know the temperature's a little bit set a little bit on the high side. By design, of course. Again, I have Kenny rolling his eyes at me again. That is so cool. This thing might get a TXV swap. I don't feel like having it cut apart again though, if I don't have to. But like I said, this thing here does make me question sometimes. Although it does have the fixed air louvers that shoot straight up. And the garage was uninsulated, so I'm gonna give this air conditioner a fair trial and a fair chance because it does blow cold sometimes. Like once it's not 100 freaking degrees in here, actually it blows pretty decent. Missing a screw, so I'm gonna get one for it. Why have it half-assed if we don't have to? Now I have a pack of 100. That's that brand new pack ready to go on standby if I run out. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, the good one isn't cracked on the housing. I love these knobs. It's a shame they're not in better shape. Both of them were cracked. Luckily, in that box I got from parts I got from Brian Mullins a while back, actually had an Admiral knob in it, so it worked out pretty good. Tell you what, that thing is for 11,000, well, 10,600 technically, but for 11K unit, that thing's quiet. It's already blowing cool. And with the calculations, if I run this unit just by itself with uninsulated like that with the high ceilings, this unit was technically a little bit undersized. But now with it fully insulated with the paneling up, I think it's pretty much sized just right for it. So I want to give it a fair chance to see what it can do. I refuse to believe that this unit is a flop. Like I said, Admiral were very high end back in the day. They were really expensive, and I think that's part of the reason why they're so rare, because a lot of people didn't buy them. Kind of like the same with Frederick, except for Frederick was more expensive, I think, but Frederick was a lot more popular. So the Frederick, if somebody was going to buy a high-end unit, there's a good chance they would just go with the Frederick if they're going to be spending an abnormal amount of money. And there's also a little bit of a hack I have with this Admiral too. Got to find that can and that piece that I was throwing over top of it. Oh, there it is. That's the one thing I wish they did differently. Like, if I could change one thing about this air conditioner, it would be I wish this louver thing kind of like floated in and out, kind of like the large Emersons. Or the 110 drain hole models. There you go. Look at that. It's not blowing like freezing cold air, but it's definitely cool for that, for sure. Get a temp check on it. Now keep in mind, it is 90 degrees out here, roughly. 82 it says according to this, but it feels a lot hotter than that. Yeah. You can't even see it. There you go, now you can. That's really not bad, it's already blowing. Probably like a 28 degree difference, so yeah, I'd say that's good. Alright, I'm done boring you guys for now. If you actually made it that far, thanks. That being said, I'll catch you on the next video for some updates. I'll give you a quick look around as to where we're at so far. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Catch us next time.